Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll call for the fair catch here. Line gets set, first down. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback moving. Stands in and takes the hit. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all offseason. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Got his man all by himself. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? We're going to get a lot of answers today. Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Taking a shot on the first play. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Finds a crease at the 20. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. Quick release by the QB. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback keeps it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-3. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out.
Sends it downfield. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. Gets it out fast. At the 35, he's got room. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Arkansas! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. On to attempt to try. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Baylor found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Bears football today. Those BU fans won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. They'll run play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough. Make a better decision. Do not throw into double coverage. He got lucky that wasn't an interception.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
1st and 10. Using his feet. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. They're bringing heat. Got him downfield. Can anyone catch him? Past the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia!
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds his tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
They'll leave it with him. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, he shows you his speed and his power on that run. As far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always comes down to being able to run the football on offense. It's about grinding and wearing the opponent down. They always seem to be able to recruit outstanding athletes at that.
Makes the grab inside the 30. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
The incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
They were really starting to put a drive together. And after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
Yeah, the receivers got to do a better job of ball security there with all those defenders trying to rip it free. And this offense is lucky they were able to jump on it to keep possession.
Trying to slam in. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. And the Razorbacks are in the hurry-up. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He's going to bring it out from deep. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
He fires one deep down the right side. He got loose, almost housed it, finally tracked down at the 32.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Zings it complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Dogs! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. He'll return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Looking to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of
going for it all. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. North Texas overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Mean Green tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll try the run. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Oh, that is a throw that is just going to haunt this quarterback. He had his target wide open running deep. That should be a touchdown, but the QB overthrew him. That is going to haunt this quarterback tonight.
Snagged in the middle. It's Perkins. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down, no harm, no foul.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Got the back over the middle. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Lofts one high and deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking to throw, it's Ramsey. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And I I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse. He's going for it all. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He's looking to throw it, using his legs to buy some time. Throwing right. Hauls it in. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Fires to the right. Give him 6. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Throws for the tight end. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Razorbacks will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
A 1st down for the offense. Give to the running back. Breaks the tackle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. Back to throw, it's Ramsey. Back open in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his back in the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The run from the shotgun. Shakes off the defender. Tackled after picking up the first down.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Catch in the middle. It's Perkins. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Looking for a man. It's Ramsey. Fires to the wideout. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Fires toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
On second down, just keeps firing. And they got him for the sack.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He tries to take the top off. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Looking to move it through the air. They're working that left side. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's been throwing bullets all over the field.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas! The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. San Jose State was able to come away with a hard-fought victory there in the capital of Silicon Valley. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Back to throw, it's Ramsey. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that pass intercepted. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. If you can't step into throws and you can't follow through, it obviously affects your accuracy. And I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
They'll start this drive with a pass. He's got his man. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. 1st and 10, they're down to the 25. Wide out in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
marks the end of the third quarter. With the score, Arkansas 38, Georgia 28.
Going to the running game. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Looking left. He's got it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
The Razorbacks are threatening on 1st and goal.
Let's go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And I love to see this when I'm a defensive guy. Why? Because they know they can't line up and punch me in the mouth and score a touchdown. They got to do something a little bit different. And guess what? We were ready for that too.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. It's a reverse. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Yeah, and I like it. I like it a little bit different in this area, and I probably know I'm going for it on 4th down. 4th down is green zone, especially in this area.
Oh, the fake, and he wants to throw. Fires into the end zone. And that pass, not surprisingly, is incomplete. You want to be bold and daring, but sometimes you got to know when to just take the 3. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
2nd and 10 here. To the air. It's Ramsey. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
Then I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. He wants to throw it again. He lets it fly. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Georgia. And they take it in for 6 more points. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They got it. Able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wide receiver shows motion. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
Got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Razorbacks are rolling down the field. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way. Knocked it right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Comes out throwing on first down. He fires to the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up-and-hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one.
And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Bulldogs will have it first and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Going for 6. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking downfield, it's Ramsey. Quickly complete. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Now this defense could really use a stop on third down as the offense has had its way. They keep attacking through the air. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. They'll throw it on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. To the end zone and is picked off. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. The 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! They'll try to add another to their lead. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Offense set on first down. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end as they'll take the unvictory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. We've waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack,